All right, we have the EcoFlow Max battery right here in my camper. And what I'd like to do is do a couple of quick tests to see how much this entire camper could run off this one battery. You can see right now as it's plugged in with just some of the natural running items, it looks like 9 hours. So everything seems to be working. All of my USB connections are lit up. Everything seems to be pretty normal in here. So what we're going to do is, you can see my command thing is still working. Everything's connected and good. We're going to turn on some lights. Again, these new campers all have LEDs, so it's pretty easy. But if you look, we didn't get a whole lot of change. It looks like you can go, most of a day on this one battery. Then some of the other items, we're going to add to it. I know if we were using this out dry camping, we would probably take it easy on some of these, but we have the TV here. Got it turned on. We don't really have anything going right now. We've got the TV running. And you can see we're up to 304. 302 moves back and forth. Still 7 hours. Lights, TV running. What I'm going to do here in just a second is I'm going to turn on the refrigerator. I know at the beginning it'll pull more power, but we'll see what it does to the battery real quick. Just flip that to on. Battery is now on. I think we've gone up to about, let it settle out, 411, 412 watts on the output. Taking this down to about 5 hours, but again, this is running quite a few things, which we wouldn't do if we were just on battery power necessarily, but I wanted to see what kind of load it took. So I'm going to turn the refrigerator off. We will go ahead and turn the TV off. See if it goes back down. The output here, 259, 257. Back up to 8 hours. So this is, again, it's pretty good. You wouldn't be using these items the entire time you had it on. I'm going to turn the lights back off. We go all the way down to about 216, give or take, watts of output, back up to 9 hours. Again, you aren't going to run your lights all the time. So here's the big test here is we're going to start the microwave real quick. Okay, we know that heating elements are going to pull a lot. Okay, so let's see what we got here. And you can see that running something like a microwave is going to put a pretty big pull on the battery, all the way up to about 1590 watts. But again, when I'm out at the ranch, if I'm going to connect to this and do some dry camping, I'm generally going to use it for the lights, maybe the TV, but probably leave everything off I can as long as I can, get as much as I can out of the battery. In our next review, when we have the 400 watt solar panel, we're going to be able to see if the battery can kind of maintain all day with the input from the solar panel, and see how long it'll go. All right, but we are kind of cruising here at about 215-ish watts output, and again, that's just the plugs being lit and some of the things that are needed to run the camper naturally. All right, so now the big test is I'm going to turn on the air conditioner, which is going to be Okay, there's the fan is on. You can hear it running. It says it's set to, let me show you, 70 degrees, and I'm on low fan. Okay, and we can change that. If we set it on cool, okay, we got a little overload there. So to turn on this is a 50 amp connection. So obviously we don't want to do a 50 amp connection with the air conditioner, but we can run the fan just fine. You can see it reset, so it put itself back to 99 hours there, which is when basically it's running nothing. So I overloaded the battery. You just come back here, you're going to push this button, which turns on where you plug in. You can hear its fans kicked on. It's pretty quiet. It doesn't run very often, the fan. We're going to let it settle out here, and we're back to 250. It's going down. On the initial kick on, kind of runs more watts, and then it'll take itself down. But again, that fan, you can hear it there. It's not very loud, and the fan doesn't run all the time. Obviously, I just overloaded it, so it's probably gotten warm in there. But again, I can plug my camper in here and run it for 9 hours just sitting. Okay, which is very nice when you don't have power. Like out at our ranch, we don't have a power hookup. We use a generator. This gives us a quiet way. And, we could even use the generator to charge this battery back up and then be able to run silent, especially in the evening when it's nice. And all we need is some lights and maybe just a TV. You're still able to run, 6, 8, depending on what you're using, 10 hours, which is a pretty considerable amount considering we're on this relatively small battery. Again, this is the EcoFlow Max, and we are in our travel trailer camper and seeing what I'm plugged directly into the camper from here through this cord, and then it's connected into my 50 amp connector through via a little dongle that'll convert it. So it's not the best way to move your power, but you can see this thing it packs quite a punch, and when we're out away from any hookups, it'll keep us camping for a pretty good while.